Okay, kids, where do we even begin here? Because this episode, there are a bunch of details that deserve to get a shout out. And because I want to minimize the number of details that I might have missed without wasting too much time as well, we'll try to get as many details covered in a short amount of time. For starters, I did not expect that the girls would actually sport a different hairstyle when we've seen their default since forever. A nice and fresh change of pace, and here's to hoping that they play with their hair more often in the future. Second, the English. Yes, that English. It's cute. Not the first time I've heard the Japanese speak in English, but whenever you get to hear them do it, you can clearly tell that they're trying their hardest to get it right, and the effort's admirable. And unironically, I've heard of stories that the Japanese actually tend to find English to be much harder than math. And that's saying something regarding the drastic differences between their mother tongue and English. As for the amusement park scene, I predicted last week that Aiko is one of those high maintenance types of friends, and her reactions from her first fishing attempt pretty much gave that away. Though we gotta give her credit. For her age, she's actually quite mature, and I cannot recall having friends as mature as her when I was her age. And jumping to the next fishing trip, at this point, I think we can all unanimously agree here that Koi and Koharu is a duo that should never separate. Sure, Koharu and Hiyori are the actual siblings here, but it's easy to realize that the real sibling interactions are often from these two, and we want more of it. And one final highlight to point out here is the wedding ceremony. I'm gonna be honest here, Chief, but this has to be the first time where I saw an anime celebrate an occasion such as this, and to have the characters' parents get this much exposure in an episode. This is exactly why Slow Loop is actually one of the standouts in the slice of life department. It's capable of focusing on other characters without it feeling forced, and the story overall just keeps on getting better here on out. I probably left a few more details, but I think I was able to touch on some of the more important ones, and I'm quite satisfied with how this turned out. So, yeah, that's basically it for this episode. I thank you all for watching, and see you guys next week.